Paul Cato. I'm enrolled in the Committee on Social Thought in the University of Chicago's Social Sciences Division. I'm studying theories of love and interrelatedness. I'm working on my PhD. This is my first semester, but yes, I'm enjoying it thus far. It's a big transition from undergrad. I don't know how others have come to perceive what it means to have epilepsy, but for me it involves three things: intelligence, awareness, and human finitude. Usually I get one of two reactions. Either they'll look at me blankly with the look of confusion or fear, in which case I'll have to calm them down. I'll have to tell them, don't worry, my seizures aren't nearly as scary as you might imagine. I'm not going to look like something out of The Exorcist. Or if they are more open to it, more understanding, I'll go and I'll have a conversation and we'll explain what it means to experience a life with epilepsy. When I was first diagnosed, I couldn't quite understand what role it would play in my life. I based my understanding of what it meant to have epilepsy from what I saw on TV. As I went through high school, my seizures weren't nearly as severe or frequent as other people I knew and that my doctor saw. So I had to turn to something I did know about in order to put it in context. So I turned to books. In particular, two of my favorite authors, Dostoevsky and Plato. Dostoevsky had epilepsy himself, and a number of his books are written with characters who have epilepsy. And Plato's dialogues always involve Socrates, his mentor, who had epilepsy himself. I think one story that stands out most of all comes from Plato's Symposium. Socrates is at a party, and he wanders off. His friends go out looking for him, and they see him experiencing aura, looking out into the sky. The two of his students, they sit there and they stand and gaze with great respect, and they say, look, he's having one of his moments. And the more I've come to connect with these historical figures, the more I've come to appreciate this part of my identity rather than feel ashamed of it. But there have been struggles, most of them coming from my interactions with the people around me, some of whom are very dear and close to me. At various points I've been told that my epilepsy is a privilege. I've been kicked out of classes because my seizures made my supervisors uncomfortable or angry. Times I've been told that I have the devil in me or that I'm being affected by evil spirits. For a while, my reaction to all this was entirely reactionary, and I let their unkindness shape my sense of self. But now I see that the prejudice I face is less about me than it is about my neighbors. Instead of being unnerved by my condition, these people are fearful over their own health, and witnessing me seize seems to remind them of decay of their own health and well-being. And rather than be reminded of that when they see me seize, they'd rather say, no, let's push Paul away, let's keep him out of this space. We don't need to be reminded of what could happen to us when we get older or near approach our own demise. And while I used to do this kind of work while working with loved ones, turning to the 2020s groups has been an amazing experience. I can sit in a library full of old books reading about Socrates and Dostoevsky, but sharing a fellowship with people with epilepsy who died long ago is not the same as sharing with people my age living right here with me. So what is a seizure in my mind? It's a chance to share some of the inner light brought on by my experiences in my epilepsy. My name is Paul, and I'm remarkable.